for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Well, good morning and welcome to the morning show. I am David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop.
It's Tuesday.
It is.
And I'm here again. Because Bob's on a ship having a good time.
He's having a great time. He's not worried about us little people over here.
We hope he is.
Yeah, he needs to be having a good time.
Yeah, all the food
fun.
you can eat.
Yeah,
and entertainment.
I'm hearing you.
It's pools. Is he a pool guy?
I have no clue. I didn't know he was a cruise ship guy.
Yeah, that's true. We're about to find out when he comes back, huh?
You ever done any cruise ships?
I have. I've been on 3.
Have you?
You?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You got to. It's
my wife has no interest in going on a cruise ship at all.
Really?
No. Now she does get, and I understand the cruise ships are really stable and they're not like, but she does get motion sickness really, really easily. And she just doesn't.
Just doesn't vibe.
If there was a vacation, she would choose something else.
Sure. That's
which
okay.
I understand.
That's nothing wrong with that. Or the third time I went, we were at the back eating breakfast, and the wake was pretty high, and it was rocking the boat back there. You could feel it. Carla got a little green.
Yeah.
But that was the only time. So I mean, it's a big ocean. It's a big ship, but
even
it's
the
a big
ships
ocean
with all the counter stuff. I get it.
It's
But yeah, she just no drive for it. So
Okay.
no want to.
Yeah, it's a good time. Some of the ports you stop at, I could stay on the boat, but others are fun. Cozumel's fun, and some of the other ones I'd just be like, I'd rather stay on the boat or just go to an all-inclusive resort for the day, and then get back on the boat. But
I think that me and Amanda, we'd rather just go somewhere specifically, and I don't know. That's just us.
We'll see what Bob does. Will Bob get off the boat?
I don't know. We'll see. With that said, I do want to say, because tomorrow we will not be doing a live show tomorrow. Most people know I still help coach with wrestling and stuff, and I've got one of my classes tomorrow that start really early that I got to get done. You got to have a certain amount of coaching classes each year, and my CPR one is up for renewal, so that is tomorrow. And it starts so early that with Bob being gone and Gil had something else going on, so we just decided that we're not going to do a live show tomorrow.
All right.
Unfortunately, we will be back on Thursday
and Friday.
But, yes,
I'll be here.
We'll probably be playing this show, so I didn't want to mention it. So that way, if somebody's watching this tomorrow on Wednesday, then they'll know what's going on.
Where'd they go? It's not working.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Well, did you recoup from your hard weekend?
For the most part, went to work yesterday, and then I got home, and Carla was like, I couldn't get in the pool without you. So we had dinner, and we got in the pool, and buddy, it was nice. Relaxing.
All the hard work was good.
It was. Yep.
But we got a few things we got to fix. Unfortunately, there's a couple of the concrete pavers that cracked underneath it. So
they did.
And some of the legs. So
no matter how perfect we got that lane.
Nope. And it just seemed like one wall that is having the issues. So we'll have to dig down and replace them. And that's going to be fun.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah. I'm wondering, you mentioned steel plates, if I should just find some steel plates and put underneath it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I'm going to take a look at it when I'm there tonight. So
it's still standing. Water's still there.
No, and it looks great.
Yeah.
It's just a couple of the pavers just popped. It happens.
They're not, they're concrete.
Looking it up, apparently that's quite common. So
yeah. Well, when you figure those pavers are made for people,
walking
like
on.
us to walk on, and then you put a
110,000-pound pool
on top of it, yeah,
it can happen.
It's a little different from 200 pounds, which I bet.
But the amazing part is 3 of the walls are completely fine. It all just happened on one wall.
Yeah, just the one side.
It's probably because of the harder ground on that side where we were digging in.
Yeah,
didn't give it enough It's not perfectly set in the. There's probably a soft spot underneath the paver that caused it.
Mm-hmm. And it just went pop up.
It happens.
It's okay. I mean, the leg's not going to go
One popped
nowhere.
when you jumped on it.
Yeah.
Remember? So it happens.
Yep. If that ground wasn't perfectly level, it had just a little bit of give. And once I stood on it, it just popped.
Pop. That was it.
Pop.
Oh, well.
That's okay. It's
All
going
right.
to be fun.
We got a show to do.
All right. Hospice of the Ozarks. They sponsor the morning prayer. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. Still a non-for-profit 501c3, there's never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. I'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, we want to remind everybody and keep everybody safe as back to school is about to begin for most of our area, and that the school buses will be going around picking the children up. They'll be out waiting by the road, so watch over them and make sure everybody is mindful of those waiting for a school bus, and that when the bus has stopped, that they stop as well. So just as I've always asked, to watch over our children, watch over those that drive around them, and watch over our first responders, our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care. If you're taking care of a loved one and you could use a day or two off, you can give them a call, because the Scooter always says,
got to take care of yourself first before you take care of others.
exactly. And it's okay to do. It's okay to have a break. So with that, I guess we'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsor, the Z-Team.
Be right back.
All right.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show, the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. If for all your real estate needs, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. We recommend them for their professionalism in their field, their commitment to excellence, and just making sure that you're going to get to that closing date on time. You don't want that domino effect to stop at you, right?
Yeah, and you don't want it to start with you either.
You know, yeah. So make sure you get a professional in their field to take care of you. It's a lot of different rules and regulations and inspections that different lenders have, and you want to make sure you have a professional that knows what to do every step of the way, because there are a lot of steps. So you're talking 100, 125 steps. So
and more.
yeah.
I just put it this way. Let Linda deal with the headaches.
Yeah, exactly.
Let Linda deal with the headaches, and you deal with just selling the house.
Exactly. Well, let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z-Team. Oh, just a little bit of smoke.
On the water.
That's beautiful. Cotter, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River, brought to you by the Z-Team. We have cameras on the back of their home. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and find this beautiful view. You can also find their listings, the MLS listings. And there are two cameras. You've got this one. You've got the other one that, there you go. Look at that. It's starting the Z-clips, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that yellow tint.
That yellow tint on it. Very pretty. And you can see, there it goes to my favorite part, this train station.
The train.
Mm-hmm. And the past few times there's been a train there. That's pretty cool.
A little foggy this morning to see it, though.
Yeah, it is. But
It's getting through it.
yeah. You can go to retiredarkansas.net and find this beautiful view every day, 24/7. And if you're looking for a home, they also have the MLS listings on there, along with their listings.
What
And
train is that?
That is, I don't know,
BNSF.
BNSF? Yeah. That's the train.
Yeah. Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
Yeah. The train conglomerate that joined forces and became one.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
If you've never been to Cotter, take a little trip down there. Nice little community. They've got a couple places to eat and go by the park. They've got the spring with the rope swing, Buddy Icy Cold. Today's going to be hot, so that'd be a good place to be today, isn't it?
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. And if you've never fished on the White River, you really should get you a guide and go, because it's amazing trout fishing. People come from all over the U.S. and probably around the world to fish on this river, and we get to live right here next to it. So, but give Linda and Bob a call, 870-405-0793, if you're looking to buy or sell a home. Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z-Team. In Mountain Home at 69, Harrison at 68, Batesville at 70, Yellville at 67, Marshall at 64, Salem at 73, Mountain View at 64, Calico Rock at 69, West Plains, Missouri at 73, Springfield at 71, Popular Bluff at 70, and St. Louis at 76. And you see that hurricane tropical storm that went through Florida has reached into northern part of Georgia and parts of, well, where are we here? Move that over there. Look at that. Parts of South Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at the storm that's crossing the Great Lakes in Michigan. And
but look at us.
Yeah.
We've got nothing.
I think it's going to be real nice today. Real nice and hot today. But yeah, watches and warnings. Looks like we're in the clear, the eastern side of the state, but the western part near Fort Smith does have heat advisories. I was surprised we're not going to have one for up here. But Louisiana and parts of southern part of Mississippi, it's going to be warm. See today, high 97 and hot. That's not the heat advisory? Come on.
It depends on the humidity and stuff. There's a dew point and all that.
No, give me a break. No.
It's somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, not me. Tonight we got a low of 68, mostly clear. Wednesday, high 87 and sunny. Wednesday night, low of 66 and mostly clear. Thursday, high of 91 and sunny. Thursday night, low of 69 and mostly clear. Friday, high of 88 and sunny. Friday night, low of 63 and mostly clear. Saturday, high of 84 and sunny. Let's see here. Saturday night, mostly clear with low around 61. Sunday, sunny with a high near 84. That's going to be a nice Sunday. Sunday night, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly clear with a low around 63. Looks like Monday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 85. So this week we're in the clear, sunny and beautiful and good temps. Pollen count, tree pollen today is none, grass pollen is low, and ragweed pollen is low. Norfolk Lake water levels at 558.05. Level is 6.05 feet above full pool. Unfortunately, the little message machine was not answering today, so generation, I don't know. Bull Shoals Lake water level is at 659.70. Level is 0.70 feet above full pool. That is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net, where you can find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And with that, we'll hear from our sponsor of Community News, Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
Be right back.
All right.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
This part of Community News is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Located here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, at 4423 Highway 62 West. Give them a call at 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com. Better yet, just drive by and see them. It's a sea of orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. They've got RTVs and zero turns and implements galore, hay baling equipment, because the season is about here. Look at this. See, they're right there on their website. It's got all them hay bales, right? So if you need the equipment, though, go by and see them. They have all the implements you'll need. parts and service, big service shop. They can take care of you if you need, just about anything when it comes to
big
tractor
parts
related.
department. They can take care of you no matter what you're needing. If you're needing something repaired, if you're looking for something new, now it's time to go out there and take a look. They got a huge inventory. You can test drive a bunch of different ones, find out exactly what fits you.
Exactly. Whatever your job you've got, they can help you out. Community news: Mountain Home Bomber Football presents Military First Responders Appreciation Night. That'll be August 30th. At 6 p.m., I have a dinner for the military, first responders, plus one guest. The reservation deadline is August 20th. You can also submit a photo for the halftime slideshow by emailing ptaylor@mhbombers.com. The deadline for that is August 20th. You get a free t-shirt for military and first responders. You can contact Aubrey at 740-288-5317. Excuse me. To order your t-shirt and RSVP for the meal. And there'll be a cool football game with the Bombers versus the West Plains Scissors at 7 p.m. So that'll be fun. And the Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department will be having their fish fry August 17th, 4 to 6 p.m. And all proceeds, go to help for their volunteer fire department. So go by and get you some fish. They're located at 12101 Highway 201 North, here just north of Mountain Home, Arkansas. So go get you some good food.
Nothing like a good fish fry.
Yeah. And of course, the Baxter County Fair starts off with the truck pull Saturday, August 17th at 7 p.m. at the new Fairgrounds track. Public admission is $10 for adults, $5 for students. Children 5 and under are free. Pit passes are only $15. And then August 20th, on a Tuesday, the Baxter County Fair begins. And you can get in admission free on that Tuesday night. Brought to you by PBJ Happy Days Shows. You can go to Hardee's and purchase any large combo meal. Get a free fair admission ticket upon request. And get in, Wednesday night for free. And then if you're a veteran or a senior, on Thursday night, you get admission for free. And, it just 3 nights.
I'm with you.
Yeah. You can go by
Great idea.
Yeah. Go by any bank or
you
the
can
Chamber
go
of
every
Commerce.
night for free. Just go by Hardee's and get you a meal.
Get you some meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to eat anyways.
Might as well.
So, but go by any area bank and the Chamber of Commerce and also Napa and get you a $30 wristband for that day. And you can ride all the rides as many times you want for only $30. It's a pretty good deal if you ask me. And then to end it on Saturday, August 24th at 5 p.m., you can watch the lawnmower races, and that's free public admission, brought to you by Gregg Farm Services. So go by and watch them race on. I'm sure stripped down lawnmowers, they won't have them things going.
They'll be flying, trust me.
Yeah, they'll be getting it. So, but go to the Chamber of Commerce's website at enjoymountainhome.com. For any area events, you can see on their calendar that in each corner of each day has how many that's going to be going on that day. And there's 3 going on today. It looks like Mommy and Me at the Schliemann Center, and line dancing for women also at the Schliemann Center. And we got yoga for adults at the Baxter County Library. You can submit your event right here. Boom. And if you've got something going on you want to tell the people about, just let the Chamber of Commerce know. A lot of people search this website and go to this calendar to see what's going on. You can see throughout the month, different days have different things. It's okay, bounce back. And then some days don't have anything. So look at that. Friday and Saturday, 16th, 17th, put something on there.
Something will be on there by
Something will
then.
be on there by then, yeah. And that is a look at your community news, brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. And we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back with our guest.
You bet. Be right back.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. Our guest is David Stults. He's the OEM Director for Baxter County. That's the Office of Emergency Management. I had him on a while back, just yourself, oh gosh, probably like a year ago, but then you were in with Kevin just about a month ago, talking about the tornado. Then we get a flood. So you've been a busy man the past few months.
Absolutely, yeah, one thing after another.
Yeah.
If
you just tell Mother Nature to calm down.
Yeah. If we can get through the rest of this year with nothing, we'll be all right.
That'd be real good.
So, and not have another tornado or anything significant for several years. That'd be wonderful. But knock on wood.
Definitely. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, since it has been a little bit since our first meeting when you and Kevin were on. We didn't really talk about you a whole lot, which we were busy with other things. But just recap who you are and how long you've been in the area and how long you've been with 911 Office of Emergency Management.
Yeah. So I started with the 911 Center back in 2015 as a dispatcher, and then I had the opportunity to move up in the OEM office in 2018 as the deputy OEM and safety coordinator for the county. And then right in the thick of COVID, which is the forbidden 5-letter word nowadays, I had the opportunity in March, at the end of March, we got our first case, and the first day we got our first case, Mickey Pendergrass goes, "Well, you got the job." And I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. But I moved to Mountain Home in 1999 when I was 2 years old, when I was 7 years old, and been here ever since. Had family here, and mom and dad used to live here. Brothers and sisters, they moved on now and live in Texas and Tennessee, and grandparents passed away here, and my uncle still lives here, and aunt, and And so now it's just us three as far as my family goes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I got 2 kiddos here born and go to school here in Mountain Home and getting into sports and art and all sorts of different extracurriculars they can. And, I'm not really one to talk too much about myself. I like talking more about, what other people do and stuff like that, and talking about them more so than myself. But I love it here. It's a good place. It's a good place to raise a family, a good place to be. And we go on vacation a lot. This past year we went on Colorado, went to Colorado Springs and Denver, and of course
Beautiful
I'm a huge
area.
Bronco fan.
Yeah.
I know we got a lot of Chiefs fans around here, but I'm a huge Denver Bronco fan myself. So we had to go up there. First time I seen it, and I'll be honest, I actually cried when I saw Mile High Stadium and everything. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. We took a tour of the stadium and everything. That's a beautiful area up there. I'd love to live there. But there's just something about this area, 2 Great Lakes and rivers, and all the trails you can do, outdoor stuff, and fishing and hiking, and just the people, are just fantastic people, and willing to help out, and I've never been treated unfair or rude to or anything like that around here. So there's just something about this area that just draws you back to it and makes you want to be here and stay here. I think we got a lot of things to offer right here in Baxter County that are good things, and I think this tornado was in the flooding on the 17th was a huge look into that, as far as people just come out of the woodworks here to help you, complete strangers, family members, friends. They just do what they can for you, and they go about their business. But it's a great place. I love it. So.
Definitely, couldn't agree more. Scooter, I know he feels the same way.
Yeah.
The tornado from a few months ago, there is a FEMA deadline for applications, and that's August 28th?
Yep, August 28th is the last day to apply. So our Disaster Recovery Center, or people may have heard of it as the DRC, it had closed at the end of last month. When that tornado happened on the 26th of May, they were telling us, FEMA and the state, Adam, were telling us, FEMA will be here until the end of July. So that was good that, they were able to keep their word on that and stay here as long as they could and help our folks. And we were actually one of the 2 DRCs that stayed open the longest. Us and over there in Bentonville stayed open the longest to help folks out. That way, it's a lot different, which you may well know. It's a lot different talking to someone on the phone trying to get help, or going on your computer and trying to get help, than it is being able to look that person in the face and get your questions answered and get help right there.
It's a lot easier to get help when you're standing in front of somebody and they can show you.
Yep, it definitely is. And that deadline is August 28th. Anybody that was affected, even though the DRC is not here anymore, you have several different options still. You can travel over to Bentonville. If you want to get out of town a little bit, get your mind away from things, especially if you're impacted. You can take that trip to Bentonville, go and see someone in person with FEMA. You can also go online to the FEMA website and just FEMA.gov/disaster relief. It'll bring you to the application. And then you can also go on our Facebook page, and there's a QR code that you can scan from your phone, and you can fill it out right there. And then, of course, you can call FEMA as well directly on their disaster relief hotline. So
excellent.
Several different ways to do it, but make sure you get it done. And I know we've had a lot of people here. We've had just at our DRC, when it was open, over 317 people went in there and applied in person, which is fantastic.
Definitely.
Over $1 million in federal funding has been put back into the community here that was impacted, which is incredible. That tells us, the federal government's helping out, and our folks are paying attention to what's going on and taking advantage of these things that are available to them.
Excellent.
Because if there wasn't $1 million that was given back, then no one's doing a whole lot of anything. So
definitely,
that's good to see for sure.
Yeah, and FEMA works in conjunction that you had insurance, but it didn't cover everything, and you can apply to help. And then there's some people that didn't have insurance at all. So they apply for FEMA assistance. So
and it's a weird deal. And I've learned some things too that I didn't even know or think about, but. For example, your insurance, a tree falls on your house or falls on your car, your insurance will help you pay for that. A tree falls in your yard, not damaging anything, it's just inside yard out in the middle of a field. If you have a lot of acreage, there's no one to help you with that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, you're on your own. Well, depending on the size of the tree and the company you use, that could be, several $1,000s.
Yeah.
I've heard throughout this whole process, I've heard people paying anywhere from, $1,000 to $6,000 to remove one tree.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not a millionaire. I haven't hit the jackpot yet at this point in my life, so I don't have that money. So I completely understand.
Pretty sure that tree would be staying in the
That
yard.
tree's going to stay there for a minute if it's in my yard. And but then where FEMA comes in is, let's say a tree falls over your driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, FEMA will help you with that tree. However, they're going to help you with the part that's covering your driveway or covering your road. So, let's say the stump is sitting in your yard and a good portion of the trunk. Well, that stump and trunk is going to sit there, but the big portion of that tree is going to come out of your driveway or come out of your roadway, so at least it's passable.
Sure.
So they can't do everything. They're not designed to help you with everything, but they are there to help you with some things and take care, mitigate some of that headache and stress and stuff that you've been put through. So.
Yeah, especially the most important.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Then ERA Dottie and in conjunction with a lot of people, got together and did a fundraiser, did a lunch and dinner, and an auction. Was it silent auction? And
Yep, it was auction.
And that went really well.
Yeah, I heard it went fantastic. I wanted to make it over to the auction, but I didn't get to. I just couldn't get over there. And then I went to buy the what were they, chickens that they were doing
Whole
for
chicken.
the lunch. And I wanted to get those for dispatch, and we made plans to snag them, but I went on there and I'm like, I'm going to get those today. And then I was hearing the mayor talk when I was standing next to him one day, and he said they had sold out. And I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go get the dinner, this afternoon. I'll go get the dinner and feed the family at home then instead. Well, and that sold out, which is fantastic. I heard they raised over, I didn't get the exact dollar amount, but I know it was somewhere in the ballpark of around $70,000 that was raised.
That's incredible.
For people to take advantage of that was impacted by the May 26th tornado. And you have until, I believe it's August 9th, which is this Friday, to go by the food bank in North Central Arkansas, right on 62, right across from Sonic and McDonald's, back in the plaza there. Jeff Quick and his staff have been phenomenal throughout this whole process. For our community, for FEMA was just chanting their name as far as just working with them as a partner to house FEMA while they were here. So anybody that you haven't applied for that, you weren't aware of it, encourage you to go over there, apply for that. Like I said, you have until this Friday, August 9th, to do so. There's a lot of funding there, and it's a simple application. I think KTLO had released it at one point, the application. So definitely take advantage of that. And there's been a lot of great people. The mayor, ERA Doty, Chris Felicia over there, messaged me out of the blue. I've known him and his family for a while, and they reached out and just asked what they can do. And that's what's been this whole time. What can we do? What do you need? What can we do? And for the folks that were impacted, a lot of great organizations, and Hillary Adams, Mayor of Mountain Home, has worked nonstop. Judge Kevin Liddy has been phenomenal throughout this process. I know Briarcliff Mayor Keith Lewis, seeing him that first day, at 7 in the morning, with kind of a deer in the headlights look of just complete shock from the devastation that just hit his city, to now, where you can have a conversation with him and he's up in spirits and trying to lead his community back to where it was. It's just phenomenal to see, but everybody that's been involved has been phenomenal and helping our folks the best they can. So.
Yeah, that's excellent. The debris cleanup that the city and the county had, has that pretty much wound down?
No, probably for the city of Mountain Home specifically, yes. Briarcliff, they actually hired a contracted out a company. It's called CTC, an ER assist through the municipal league. They had come in and do their debris removal, so they're still burning there in Briarcliff, and then they actually are going to be using our old crusher, our old quarry site on 69 there, to do some household materials and stuff like that if you're in the city limits of Briarcliff. And then for the county, ours is going to be ongoing for a while.
Yeah.
There's so much ground to cover. We only got 43 guys out there, and of course we can't commit 43 guys to do all that work. So, those crews have dwindled down to maybe half that or a quarter of that, because there's other projects, and then when you get hit with the flood on May 17th, well, now you got something else to go and deal with. So it'll be a minute before we get ours done. We actually asked for an extension on that work to go until about the middle of next year, just because you never know, and then we're going to run into winter, and that's going to slow down things. So we try to get a head start on getting an extension on that.
Be prepared. Very good.
Yeah.
At 7:35, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back with more from David Stults, the OEM Director for Baxter County.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show. Visiting with David Stults, OEM Director for Baxter County. Very busy man the past few months and doing a very good job. So we appreciate all the hard work that you've been doing. Then you said the 17th had the flood come through, and that was not just around here but also surrounding areas. Marion County got hit pretty hard.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what's been going on there.
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to where here in Baxter, Marion County kind of took the brunt of that storm. I know people probably heard the courthouse over there, right there on the square. You wouldn't think. I don't think I've lived here long enough to see that become a river itself.
No.
And that night it was a river, and the courthouse had 6 inches. I believe it was 6 inches of rain in it at one point. The barber shop there on the square had 6-7 inches of water. Nursing home had about 3 or 4 feet of water, and folks there, some of the elderly there were literally floating on their bed tops.
Yeah.
And I know there's pictures of it on KTLO and stuff. They went through it over there like crazy. I feel for the folks over there in Marion County, and of course there's our neighbors. So we're going to do what we can to help them out in those situations. That we sent over 3 of our fire departments to help out Cotter, Gassville, and then Oakland Promised Land. All went over there to help out with that flood, and were there for several hours, like most of the day.
Yeah.
Helping evacuate that nursing home, helping up there on Panther, I believe it's Panther Street or Drive there in Flippin, helping get some people out. You know, there was houses. I know there was that one picture of a house totally wiped off its foundation. You know, just from the flow of water, you wouldn't think it can do that. You know, there's some people that are just surprised it can move a massive boulder. And then I explained to them, you know, it's incredible what water can do. You know, when you're talking, it can move a house. If it can pick up an RV and a car, you know, it's going to move a boulder, no problem. It's going to move all these tree limbs, and that was one thing that made it bad, you know, for everybody. Was we just had that tornado happen, and the debris cleanup still ongoing. But you're talking about places where the debris, you know, is probably just going to sit there forever, out in the wooded areas. It's just going to sit there. Well, all that rain washed that into the creek beds and into the river and things like that, and so now it becomes even more of a problem. But you know, we got here, I heard down in Big Flat, some places down there got like 12 inches, which is, that's a lot of rain. I mean, that's a lot of rain.
Mountain View, they had a recreational area with RVs get flooded out. Destroyed everybody that was down there. All their RVs.
I think what's that, Guine down there in Izard County, I believe it's called. You know, there's a boat dock there, totally. You know, all the canoes and stuff, boats got detached and just floating. Just here we go. You know, I know Gary Dickerson's the OEM of Izard County, and he was trying to give updates on the rivers and stuff as it was flowing, doing videos in different parts of his county. I actually drove to Little Rock that morning, about 6 in the morning, so I'm driving through that whole thing as it's still continuing to rain the entire time there. But Melissa Penn is the OEM director over Marion County, and so I've personally been on the phone with her, you know, nonstop since the tornado and then since the flooding, and helping her out any way I can. And she's been doing the same for us over here, and just bouncing stuff off each other. And I know they had one family that was stranded. They live on a private drive, and so of course the city and county can't do any work on private roads. And so she was really out of options on what she could do to help them. So they were literally on horseback taking medications to these folks, because you can't tell them, hey, you got to leave your property. If they don't want to leave, they don't have to leave. You know, I can stay there.
Personal choice.
And so we went through forestry. I told her, I said, well, you know, forestry's been able to help us do some stuff. And so we called Arkansas Forestry, and they were able, and they spent 6 hours getting these folks' road back to it being passable again, so they can get out.
Sure.
So that was tremendous. You know, you had the bridge. What's that? Triple C Highway or Road, whatever they call it over there. Where that, I think it's around Moxie Creek, that bridge. You know, it's 15-foot gap there that just destroyed that bridge from all the water. Just incredible. And then of course you had that car that fell down in that hole. I think they had a picture of that on there. You know, I used to live in Yellville my senior year of high school in 11, and I lived up by the post office. And you know, I lived there for, you know, like about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I'd never seen rain like that. You know, even since I've lived here since '99, I don't remember rain that significant, at least in Marion County, to do that damage.
Yeah, the bridge there south of Yellville, the Crooked Creek. I'd never seen. I'd never seen that before. That it was all the way to the top of that bridge. I mean, that is high.
Oh yeah.
That is
And luckily for us, you know, our problem area here was just the Denton Ferry area. You know, which being right there beside that river. You know, that's what, unfortunately, that's what you got to watch out for all the time. That's your constant worry, is how high is that river going to get and flood my property. And of course, you got the airport out there. You got a lot of beautiful resorts out there. A lot of money invested in that, just that little area there. And so, you know, it flooded some creeks. It flooded, you know, obviously flooded the land there, the airstrip and stuff. You know, we had some of those resorts take on damage. You know, that they were prepared for. However, you know, doesn't matter how much you prepare, you know, Mother Nature's going to do what she wants to do.
Definitely.
And you're just going along for the ride a lot of the times, unfortunately. But ours was really just secluded to that one area. You know, we've been working with some folks down there to try to get them some assistance, you know, because we didn't declare, so there is no federal assistance there. However, One thing that I had learned in this process was a creek bed, for example. There's nothing. There's two sides of a disaster declaration. There's what they call PA, which is public assistance side, so your county, city properties, and then there's IA side, which is individual assistance. And so the individual assistance side, it is just for damages to the the living space of residents. It doesn't take into account a creek bed, let's say. It doesn't take into account the damage done to your ground. And so a lot of folks down there in Denton Ferry with those creeks running through there, there was a lot of stuff done to those creeks that tore them out, and of course it's on those people's properties, so somebody's got to fix it. And it's up to the person that owns that creek, who's in charge of that creek, to take care of the problem.
Yeah.
I know Crown Over's been over there doing a lot of work, clearing out some creeks and doing obviously their own business, continuing to do their business. But that's one thing I learned in this process was, creek beds, they don't take into account the damage, the dollar amounts it takes to fix those and get them cleaned up and back to running again.
Yeah, I don't think people even realize when they buy the property that could be, on them later on down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to, I live right over here, just outside of Mountain Home city limits, and I'd love to have a creek run through my property. Beautiful, like I said, a lot of beautiful land over there in Denton Ferry. But unfortunately, that's one thing you got to look out for is what comes after. When it comes with a big storm, I got to take care of it.
Yeah, and that can run into some big money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because if it gets dammed up, then it's going to spill out into the rest of your property. So you're going to need to get it cleaned out.
Oh yeah.
And we were just talking about just having one tree removed that it could cost. So imagine getting somebody back up into your property to clear out a creek bed.
Yeah. And our road and bridges work tirelessly out there. Like I said, they don't just, you've got 1,000 projects going, and just because rain happens, tornado comes, it doesn't stop those other projects as well. So our road and bridge has been working their tails off out there at Denton Ferry, clearing the ditch lines, maybe replacing some culverts, bringing in gravel, to replace some of the damaged areas. And there are some plans to replace a couple other things. There's a bridge over there, I think it's on 705, that needs, some work done to it. So there's a plan there to get that fixed and to get that back to how it was and flowing out to the White River. So work never stops.
No, it doesn't.
That's for sure.
You're very busy. Very good. 7:47, we'll take a final break.
You got it.
All right, we'll be right back.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
If you're
All right, we are back. Excuse me. Visiting with David Stults, OEM Director for Baxter County. Quorum Court agendas tonight, and got a couple of things on your list there.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're doing the Quorum Court's going to hopefully adopt the hazardous mitigation plan. Tina Cole, who works with the Northwest Arkansas Economic Development District, has been working on that for a while. Doing a lot of hours put into that, town hall meetings and things like that, and it's just to identify risks and hazards in a community, and then best actions to reduce those or eliminate them completely, such as earthquakes, floodings, things like that. So that'll be on the agenda tonight. I don't know if Tina will be there or not, but that's on there. And then the other thing is we have, for the tornadoes that were affected on May 26th, the ADAM, the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management, in the state of Arkansas, they put together a disaster relief fund. So anybody could donate to that. And then what they did is they cut checks to all the counties that were affected. They split it evenly amongst the counties, wrote a check out, and it's for disaster relief. And so Baxter County, probably about a month and a half ago, we received that check in the mail, and it was for $10,000.
Nice.
And so that's going to be the Baxter County Disaster Relief Fund. So that'll be appropriated this afternoon into the OEM budget, and then there'll be an application to where those impacted by those storms, and it'll be the same. It'll actually be pretty similar to the same application that the food bank was using.
Yeah.
So it'll ask you, information. It'll ask you for proof of residency. What you were impacted with. It'll ask you if you have any quotes on things that you're trying to, you need assistance to pay for. And I believe it's up to $2,000. So anybody that applies has the opportunity to receive up to $2,000 in funding to help you with whatever disaster relief related. If it's needing, debris removal, it's maybe needing to get some, finish off repairing your roof, or just something that can help you that you lost, or maybe it's for reimbursing you for things that you had to purchase that you didn't, that you wouldn't have unless you got hit by the tornado. So,
right, and every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good that people around the state and outside of our state were donating to that, and it's awesome that Adam and the staff there and then the state set that up for people to donate to those impacted, and of course, I wish it was more than 10 grand. I think everyone wishes it was more than 10 grand, but every little bit helps, and we're going to try to help as many people as we can. So there'll be more to come, more information, and we'll release it out to media outlets and things like that. We'll have it on our Facebook page, and it'll be on the county website, I'm sure, as far as the application and the deadline for that stuff after tonight.
Very good. Yeah. You want to go to the Quorum Court meeting. It's open to the public, but also XL7-TV.
Yeah, you can watch it right here on our Facebook page. Yep. Just go to XL7-TV on Facebook, and you can watch it.
Very good. Yep. Well, the Office of Emergency Management, 911 Operations, when you call in and have an emergency and they're coming out to your house, I wanted to remind people about posting your address where it's clear and visible.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, definitely make sure it's on your mailbox, and I know I got a little sign. It's not only on my mailbox, but I got a little sign. I got the little wrought iron posts at the front of my house, and so I have a little sign up there that just says 230.
Yeah.
And so, make sure it's very visible, whether you're using stickers or it's paint or a custom-made sign. Make sure it's very visible on the front of your property, on your mailbox. That way we can get first responders to you quickly. I can't tell you how many times since 2015, we give our, for example, we give our fire departments cross streets you know, and stuff. So that way they know, you know, hey, here's your nearest cross street. They at least know to turn down this road. Kind of give them step-by-step directions to it if they don't know where it's at for sure. And I can't tell you how many times, you know, ambulance and law enforcement and fire departments, you know, will go back and forth because they can't see the address, you know, and you know, it's easy to take a flashlight and look, you know, but it's hard to determine if, well, this, especially how the addressing works. You know, my house is 230, the house next to me is 208, and then the next house is like 160. Yeah. You know, so the numbers don't always,
Makes a lot of sense.
you know, it's not always 1, 2, 3, you know, as you're looking for addresses. So making sure it's very visible is extremely important.
Yeah,
extremely
down by the road and also on the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they talk about using at least 3-inch size numbers, maybe even reflective.
Yep.
So when the headlights hit it, they can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And even, you know, like out in front of my house, I even put some solar lights out. So that way, if my house isn't, you know, if I don't have it marked, I can at least tell 911 dispatchers, you know, hey, my house is the only one on the street with solar lights out front, you know, on top of the mailbox and in the flower beds, you know, only one with a privacy fence. So, you know, if it isn't properly marked, which it should be and needs to be, give those different identifiers that single out your house when we're trying to find it.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Well, with Baxter County being such a large area, you actually have like the south part of Baxter County that Searcy County will service, and then there's a phone exchange, that 448 number, that if you have an emergency down south, just for, you know, readiness, availability, that they're going to actually contact Searcy. Yep. But then also, like Baxter County does Marion, so parts of Oakland, Marion, like Oakland.
Yep. Yeah. Oakland, Promising. Yeah. So they're kind of in the same boat, you know. You know, Big Flat sits in Baxter County. However, we don't dispatch their fire department. It's actually dispatched by Searcy. So if you live down there in Big Flat, you know, you're going to get Big Flat Fire Department, but you may not get Baxter Health. You may get Vital Link, you know, as your ambulance. It just depends on where at there you are. And then Oakland, you know, same thing. You know, we page out Oakland Fire, you know, but some of Oakland sits in Marion County. And so depending on where you're at, our law enforcement will go to it, Marion County law enforcement will go to it, and then we'll always page out Oakland FD. So kind of a little weird situation. There are some times where, you know, depending on where you're at, northern part or southern part of Oakland area, you know, sometimes you could get Taney County, Ozark County, Missouri, you get Marion County, you'll get Baxter County. So it really just depends. And of course, when it comes to addressing, well, some of those addresses, you know, in Oakland, well, you may have a flipping address, or you may have a Bull Shoals address, you know, but you're actually in Baxter County of Oakland, Promised Land area. Yeah. You know, we have some other places like that too. You know, like you may be down towards Briarcliff area and have a Mountain Home address still. You know, so just a little odd and ends, and so that's why I go and I pick the brains of our two addressing ladies, Lisa and Joyce, and say, hey, why is this the way it is? Because that makes no sense to me. But those ladies are great. They do a good job of addressing and mapping the county.
That's good. I'd say when we were talking to the sheriff, you know, because of the highway that leads out there, the Baxter County Sheriff's going to go out there because Marion County's too far away. It would take them an hour and a half to get out to that area. So
and in times, you know, they maybe only have, you know, 2 deputies on to cover their whole county at night. You know, whereas we may have 4. You know, and so and that's one good thing about our sheriff's office is they go above and beyond for the people here. Our sheriff, you know, John Montgomery, I know he's been on here several times. He's probably the best sheriff in the state of Arkansas. You know, I've talked to quite a few of them, and nothing against them, or I might be a little biased, but I think John Montgomery's a heck of a sheriff for us, and
definitely,
and he's been a sheriff as long as I can remember. So his staff does a tremendous job. So
very good. We got about a minute left. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to let the people know of?
No, not really. Not
so I'd say we covered.
I think we covered it pretty well.
Most of it,
you know, take advantage of the fair coming up. That's going to be fun. Fair parade's the 17th. I think it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. I think. So that'll be fun. Fair on the 20th and 24th, and we'll have some cool stuff there, I'm sure. And
well, back to school, so be careful of the children out there.
Tax-free weekend. I didn't even realize it was tax-free weekend this past weekend until my wife goes, at Sunday at 4 in the afternoon,
that it's over.
We need to buy some stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I took a trip to Branson or something.
Yeah.
But
it just goes to show how busy you are.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure having you.
Yes, sir.
All right. You all have a great day, and it's going to be warm, but
it is.
I think we'll survive it.
It's going to cool down a little bit tomorrow, though.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a good one. We'll see you on Thursday.
On
Thursday. Have a good day.